There we go. We're turning that off because copyright bollocks will probably get me if I play it any longer. And we've had our first flub of the series because the tripod just fell over. Fantastic. As we're back live, apparently. The tweeter. And we have tweeted out. I'm hot and sweaty. The lights are on, and I'm not looking at the camera as per usual on Tea Talk. And speaking of Tea Talk, let's bring in the accoutrement to the series. I'm not gonna. You can see it there. You can see it. I don't know what's happening. Hayden, welcome to the stream. Thank you for tuning in. The topic's on hand for today while I put my hot cup of tea down. I literally just made it only 15 minutes ago, so that's still piping. Today, and I just not needed a tripod over it again, so that's fun. Today we are this. Oh, by the way, I'm waving my sweat rag about. This is my sweat rag because these lights are hot. These three wall lights are hot, so I need this. And now I need it more because I need to stretch to get it. So that's that. That's a sweat rag. Anyway, today we're talking about basically the PS5 being 660 gigabytes and West Ham versus Leicester. West Ham got another win after Wolves, what we talked about last week. But we won't talk about the transfer business of West Ham because that is a shambles still. There always has to be a shambles when it involves West Ham, you know? So we'll be talking about West Ham v Leicester and unfortunately, a bit of sad news. I've had a long... Sorry, hang on a sec. Again, sweat rag. So, Cineworld announced, or the papers leaked, that Cineworld will be shutting down as of... I don't know, I think it might be immediately, I'm not sure. I've not checked any websites to see if they've given any comment on it. But unfortunately, Cineworld's across the country and I think Regal Cinemas... 9th of October. Is that when they're shutting down? Oh, okay. Oh, that's... So, apparently, there's a confirmed date now. So, that's 9th of October, which is literally... Well, we're on the 6th now. And FIFA Ultimate and Champions has just come out today, which I've been playing a lot of. So, we got... Regal Cinemas in the US. Cineworld in the UK. Which... I've not got a clue. I've literally just read that they leaked that the cinemas were shutting down as of whenever they wanted to, and basically putting over 1,000 people out of work. And that's what gets my goat, because not only these cinemas, I know obviously the virus is completely to blame for this, but I don't know. Should cinemas be open in the first place during this pandemic? I'm not sure. But the hours of entertainment that the cinemas have given to so many families around the world, and they can just go like that because of one pesky virus that is killing a lot of people, yes. But the cinema is a thing where, I could go and see, In-Betweeners movie 3, if that ever came out. And then, concert and festivals, the same thing. And then the family can go and see Onward, which obviously is now on Disney Plus. And you could say that these streaming services have killed the cinemas, because look at, for example, Mulan, which I've not seen, because I refuse to pay 20 quid for Disney Plus access. But yeah, them charging like an exorbitant amount, like 20 quid a pop on a streaming service on top of what you already pay for. So I pay £60 a year, and then you got to pay 20 quid on top of that to get the films or going on iTunes and paying £25 to rent for 30 days, not own, rent. It's just, even that is just killing the cinemas. And not only that, exorbitant food prices to keep them afloat because people want films, other than Marvel, or maybe you can make an excuse for DC. Yeah, definitely. It is sad, but in one way it was inevitable, but it's sad at the same time. Yeah, or not even in your PJs in some points, but we'll leave it there. But yeah, no, it's sad of the state of affairs of the entertainment business at the moment, obviously, because theatres can't open because of the virus. Concerts, if you want to do them. Hi Blake, welcome into the stream. Concerts can only run social distance boxes, which that's bloody ridiculous. Who would want to... I would not want to go to a... Oh, sorry. Gordon Bennett. Getting steamed up over this subject. But no, with concerts, and I wouldn't want to sit in a box. I would want to be amongst the atmosphere and, get amongst the rambunctiousness of it. And it just kills the mood. It kills the mood for me to even think about going to one. Say if Green Day at the London Stadium was like that, I would still go, but I wouldn't enjoy it as much as I would do with the sort of rambunctiousness of the rave audience, or like going to football. I still struggle to watch football on the telly without fans, or pro wrestling without fans, even though I've not watched a lot of that lately. But if he was in Sport Bubble, show distancing, could you still do it? I don't know. I don't know what to think, because on one hand I would say wait until there's a vaccine and then everything could just go back like that. But then that's not realistic either. What they were doing before they started closing down the stadiums again, where you have to be you can be together for a family, but then you have to social distance from everyone else, obviously, that's apart from you. But I don't generally... Yeah, exactly. That's why I said it's struggling. Concerts, I don't know. They probably are struggling as well. Like all entertainment is struggling. Even video games. You can, under the surface, are still doing well. But then you go into the surface of how they're going to develop those new games. Say Halo Infinite, for example. That got delayed because of the virus, and they didn't want to crunch their workers, which they were sort of doing anyway, but not. I don't know. And it just sucks that what this virus has completely torn into this. Yeah, that's it. Cyberpunk is a game that I'm still looking forward to, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I can get into within the first couple of months of next gen. I won't be able to get it at launch because I'm paying for the console, but basically the only games I have to play that are next gen are FIFA and Call of Duty, which kind of sucks because that's what I get every year anyway. But we'll have to see. But I'm looking forward to it. No, Cyberpunk. Yeah, and CD Projekt Red have also been caught out for putting crunch on their employees, which, CD Projekt Red, no, man, don't worry about it. It's fine. But basically, every company, if you look under the microscope, that's not a microscope, I don't know what that meant, but look under the microscope and look at these companies properly, most of them have done scummy things. Like Activision EA, you can list as long as this sweat rag, if I stretch the sweat rag out completely, it's longer than this. So they've done some pretty shady shit. So let's put that down. Yeah. I was going to mention that for your sake, but yes. Ain't called Tea Talk for nothing. Anyway, let me put that to the side because that's nearly done actually. It's the whole namesake of this show, if you can call it a show. But it's a shame. Going back to Cineworld, the cinema I went to in insert town name here. Don't want to dox myself. But basically, I went to that cinema basically all the time, and it's sad because that cinema's gone through 3 names since I've been born. UCI, Empire Cinema, which is now going into the net. This is kind of basically outing myself here by out in the almost the location of where I do live, but Empire Cinemas it was, and now Cineworld obviously now is going to shut it down. So it leaves either another cinema chain going in, which is highly unlikely, or a it closing down. And to be honest, it will close the entire leisure park if they did that, because the cinema was the life and breadth of the scene, except for the nightclubs. But the nightclubs was last went to the cinema just before the pandemic, so probably about January. Now, what was it? Curry House, Suffolk. Really? Yeah, Endgame. Yeah. What's up, White Gaming? Welcome into the stream. It's good to have you in here. Thank you for tuning in. I've just copied Hayden's shtick. I apologise. That was not intentional. That was just a slip up. Watch too many of Hayden's videos, you see. No, I'm joking. There's no such thing as that. No such thing as that. But anyway, I nearly put myself into a lot of shit there. It's me! It's my entire life. No, I'm joking. No, you know, don't get me wrong. I'll admit, I've contributed to the problem. I've got Netflix. I did have Amazon Prime. I do have Disney Plus. I do have, well, no, Xbox Game Pass. Not nothing to do with cinemas, but you know, but I do have, and Netflix, Crapflix is, well, I call it Shitflix because what's on it other than Eurotrip, Jackass, which is good. Yeah, Netflix is not, and the original show since BoJack Horseman finished. Glow's now cancelled the 4th season. That's devastating. Loved Glow. Tiger King was good. Tiger King was good. It was a bit, you know, throat clenching at some points when, you know, you saw the tigers eat that. Don't want to get the gender wrong because they did gender swap, but I can't remember. I think she turned to a man, but I don't want to get wrong on that. So, but the person got eaten. It was censored, but it grabbed onto the person's arm and it took it clean off. And you saw it, but it was blurred. It kind of got. I was like, oh god, no. Even a person who is not. I can watch things like Saw, and you know, but you know, oh, okay, it's a film sort of environment, and yes, cinemas are very expensive. Yeah, no, I don't like that. If it's real life, sort of stuff like that, I can't watch it. If it's like, if someone punched someone in the head in UFC and then their neck went, I could still watch that. But if it's something like real life, like someone eating, like, because two of my fears, this is get to know me time, is needles and blood. 2 of the same things happened to me for 2 times in the past month. So I was stressed. But no. It's just, again, to move away from this topic, it's just sad that many people are losing their jobs and they're have to go on the dole or find a new complete life of employment. Yeah. Like, I can almost, like, I wouldn't say I'm scared of heights, but I wouldn't like to jump off of something like a ladder or whatever, or go up something. But if you shove a needle right or on the telly, if a needle comes on, I'm bolted. I'm gone. So, yeah, I don't know. Like, blood tests, needles, putting stuff in your body. So they moan about it for the next 2 weeks because I hate needles. But, no, I genuinely like, you know, I don't have many fears in life, but needles and blood are two of them. Like, not even like blood on the telly. Like when someone's bleeding, like on wrestling or telly, or on the UFC, or say if a footballer's bleeding from the head, that's fine. But when you see blood in person, that's a different story because then you think, oh God, something's happened to them, and you know. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. People have separate fears to what they, you know, and then it's just different things for different folks, really, that put them at unrest. But it is what it is. So I'm gonna go into the PS5 next, because this interested me because no, that could be another 2-hour program. It really could, but I want to keep this to 30 minutes so then people can get on with the rest of their nights or days if they're watching on demand. So maybe, but not right now. Let me just say that. But anyway, as my Xbox turns off, let me number one. Yeah. So don't care. Anyway, to move on to not sex talk because that's a bit awkward to have on the YouTube. But anyway, that caught me off guard a little bit. I'll be honest. But PS5, because the Xbox, when the information come out about that recently, that was only going to be 800 gigabytes, I was like, you know, you never, because I have one, obviously not exactly 1 terabyte on my current console, the Xbox. I was going to wave the controller about again, but Xbox Series X, and then I read Japanese YouTubers got lucky, very lucky, and got hands on PS5s. So I was like, okay, then we read into this. Looked at 360, which we still haven't got. So that hurts me a little bit. But so well done, Sony. That's a good feature. But then I saw the storage. So you're supposed to have. No, Xbox is 800 gigabytes, not 100. That might be my accent. It was 800. 800. So yeah, that might be my accent. Apologies. I might have said it too quickly and then it meant something else. But anyway, no, Xbox. That's it. 800. Numbers with Josh. Ding. No, that is never happening because I am shit at maths. Anyway, facts with Josh. I'm shit at maths. Anyway, and then we saw a Russian screenshot, so it wasn't from the Japanese YouTubers. Yes. GCSE maths, yes. What was it called in school? I had in school? It wasn't A levels because that's a step above GCSEs. BTEC I passed. GCSE I didn't. So the Russian. So yes, thank you, White Gaming, for getting me back on track. So the PS5 only has 660 out of its 825 gigabytes of storage. What? What are you talking about, Sony? Like, heart to heart here. As a PlayStation and Xbox fanboy. That, yes. 660 out of 825. Correct. Sony, like, you need to listen to some sense because you're kind of fucking up a little bit. Just a tiny bit. You said 825 gig. We know you're going to take a little bit of storage for the OS and other features like Quick Resume like the Xbox does. But why only 660? That's only 100 gigs more than your base PS4 was back in 2013. That was 7 years ago. You put 500 in your console. Now you've only got 660. That's only a 160 gigabyte improvement. And I know it's an SSD. It's faster than the Xbox. Fair play. Fair play. Sarcastic clap to you. But 660, man. Come on. Call of Duty's 150 to 200 gigabytes on PC. And if you're going to go to that near them graphics, you're going to have that install size as well. Come on. 660. A joke. And I'm not saying that Xbox is clear either. They're not. 800 gigabytes is also a joke. And seeing that 1 terabyte card for 220 quid, I ain't even going near that. I am a level-headed Xbox fanboy, saying that I buy the console so I can play all the exclusives, basically. I buy Xbox, I buy PS4, and bear with, I have got Nintendo Switch, as you probably see, I did have a video with a double chin of me standing up like this. I basically was like this years ago when I released an E3 video live stream thing. So I do have I enjoy every console. I don't have preference but I have been an Xbox. I have had Xbox since the first one. I've had PS1. I've had PS2. Didn't have PS3 until literally the month before the PS4. So I kind of got out into that late because I got The Last of Us on launch. I was like, oh crap, I haven't got a PS3 to play this on. So there we go. And in PS4, I will eventually get PS5 when I can afford that as well. Nintendo Switch, Xbox One X, Xbox One I had before I upgraded to the X. And then I will get the Series X, obviously, because I pre-ordered that on stream. If you want to watch that video, the link will be, yeah. Well, mind you, the game was £5 when I was working in Gamers Work Experience in school. So, and actually, that's also a sad fact. To move on to a similar topic of closures, technically, because they moved. My game shop in the I live in, Sports Direct, in the town centre I live in. So now the game is smaller and is also in the same shop that Mike Ashley owns. Great. Fantastic. Ruins Newcastle United, which fan of West Ham, so why would I care about Newcastle? No offence to Newcastle fans, even though Sam Maximin's a fucking amazing player, in my opinion, and why no one's got an attempt to sign him this window is ridiculous. He ruins Sports Direct, which Sports Direct weren't that great anyway, and now ruins Game, because now two of my game shops, I was nearly going to say the other place as well, have been moved into Sports Directs. So I'm guessing this is going to be across the board, that every game is going to be closed and moved into a nearest Sports Direct. Why? Why is this happening? Tell me why it's happening, because I don't know, and I don't, quite frankly, it doesn't really matter, because it's just going to happen because Mike Ashley bought the bloody thing, bought the bloody company. But with the fact that people still going there for, well, 2 out of the 2 is near me have moved into a Sports Direct game-wise, so if they're bigger Sports Directs, there might be a game in there very shortly. Let me just say that. But just have to deal with it, because game will be shut anyway, because basically they're selling their death by selling the Series S and the discless PlayStation 5. So they're selling their death, because if discless consoles are all a thing next generation, where does that leave Game? Used discs will be not a thing. Consoles are the only thing that could probably be bought used, and Amazon's already taken over with sales and the game website. They might just do Woolworths and move like straight to DVD. This is not a WWE movie. Ridiculous, but I can see, the companies want to go all digital because the coin. But it's sad to see retail go the way it is. Woolworths, which is a beloved shop of mine, loved Woolworths as a kid, shut down. HMV probably going the way to go soon, even though they've dodged death twice. I'm sort of half and half because I do buy digital games. Yes, I'm part of the problem, I know. But having the disc version of the console will also allow for 4K Blu-rays, which I have this because I was meant to watch it and completely forgot. So watching Black Panther soon on the because the One X is the only console at the moment out publicly that supports 4K Blu-ray. When the PS5 and Xbox Series, Xbox has already had it, but wants to step out the case, so let it step out the case. But the new consoles will be able to play 4K Blu-rays, the ones that have the discs anyway. So that's why and the Series X is more powerful, so I bought that. The most powerful console ever. Like it matters. We want to play what we want to play. The exclusive, where the exclusives are going to be. But, yeah. And you know what, actually? I was going to talk about West Ham, but unfortunately, we've run out of time today because, one, I'm going to cut it short today because it is really hot in here and I've been playing FIFA all day. I'm probably going to go back to it if I'm being honest. So, next week, same time, probably on longer. We've heard it for a few years because that's what Microsoft can latch on to at the moment, and that's coming from an Xbox fanboy's perspective. They are the most powerful console at the current point with the Xbox One X, but what games have they got to go on it? But Bethesda's games are coming soon, so that's good. Thank you all guys for watching. This video will be up on demand hopefully as soon as it goes up, barring the copyright from the beginning song. But West Ham won at the weekend, so that's why I'm happy. The transfer window deadline was bollocks. GSB out. I'll see you all very, very soon with the next live stream next week at 5:30. It might be is it GMT yet? Not sure. But it'll be 5:30 p.m. work. 5:30 p.m. BST or G. I'll see you guys very, very soon with the next stream, which is next week. And hopefully some standalone videos coming soon. But tea talk is done. My tea's been drunk, I hope. There's a bit left. So let's salute to the and I hope you enjoy the rest of your weeks playing some FIFA or playing some Call of Duty or whatever you're playing or whatever you're watching or whatever you're drinking. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace! That was nice.